Alright, okay, welcome along to the channel here. If you're watching on replay, we always appreciate that. It is stifling hot in here actually. I don't know whether the radiators have been full blast on today. I don't know. But of course, yeah, things are cooler than ever when I drink a cup of tea in particular. That is my first cup of tea I've had for a few days now. And I've got one of these kind of milks here. I've got a few more in the fridge to mention, but of course I've also got some food with me, so if I get energy less, then of course I've got plenty to keep me going. But yeah, I'll be talking about the Coastal Clipper this evening here, and I'll be talking about what's on in Great Yarmouth as well, as I'm in the area of Norfolk, and I have been for a few days. But yeah, I hope to God for my precious return back to Suffolk, and it's been quite a nice, interesting journey, because I'll tell you what, of course, there's been some overcast weather, and of course a little bit of spits of rain, but mostly it has been really, really dry. So in all honesty, it's been a fair old visit. Very, very quiet as well. I am very, very surprised at the time of the year of, the weather not being as great. I think a lot of people tend to go abroad with the sunshine more often than not, which is a bit of a shame really. But of course, yes, we need to be proud. Well, I can't even say that word properly. We need to be proud of Britain here, as we've got it here. We are a small country, and a British Isles, whatever you like to call it. That does include Wales and Ireland, Northern Ireland and Scotland. So yeah, maybe Isle of Wight as well, Isle of Man as well. I don't know. I think that's all part of Great Britain. But of course, we need to be all standing together at times of difficulty, as I've been saying for many of years since, of course, 2019. You know what happened then. But of course, yeah, we'll be also talking about other things besides. If you do want to comment in the chat, feel free to do so, whether you're watching live or as a live on the replay. So yeah, I have actually got a video clip that I took earlier today in Great Yarmouth, and I'll do some narration talk over the top, if you can hear my voice, that is. And we'll play that in just a moment. And it's a short clip of course, a little bit of people playing bowls. And no, I wasn't secretly filming. I was actually, doing it because I wasn't playing bowls. As Southampton, they were doing it because, of course, they wanted to get into the Premiership. But now they can't, because the appeal has failed, which we'll talk about hopefully if we get time a little bit later on in the show. So yeah, if you are watching live, we really do appreciate that. Hopefully we'll get some people tuning in here, and I will be talking about the EFL making the decision on the appeal against Southampton, which has now failed, and I think it's totally disastrous for football, and I hope that Middlesbrough get booed at the end of it, because I think it's a farce. I think there was something going on to stop Southampton getting into the Premiership, and it should be accounted for every team, not just one team. That includes the big teams like Man City, Man United, Arsenal. Those, who's to say they weren't cheating to get to the top as well? So yeah, there's that to consider as well. So Arsenal's got something to do with Keir Starmer, because it's Labour, that kind of thing. So maybe that's all resulting in that. So yeah, and maybe a bit of Piers Morgan as well. I don't have an opinion about Piers Morgan, by the way, just in case you're wondering, and I don't really want to make this channel really political, because we're really not. But yeah, of course, the Coastal Clipper, of course, it actually currently runs from Hemsby Beach and Hemsby, Scrapby and California, and Caister-on-Sea, and Seashore Holiday Park, Great Yarmouth Seafront and Pleasure Beach, and by Open Top Bus. And of course the prices for this is ride all day, £6 per adult and £4.80 between the age of 5 and 19, and a group ticket is £8.50. Okay, all along the coast, maximum £3 one way, £8 for adult and ages between 5 and 19, £6.50, and a group ticket is £12 ride all day. Concession passes are accepted on these coastal clippers. Bear in mind, of course, if it's coming up to May, which is probably early season, I reckon still, and of course they finish at a certain time, and of course, yeah, these are in yellow at the moment of time here, so they're bound to finish a little bit on the earlier side than the usual. So yeah, the last one, okay, I think is 1740 from Hemsby Beach, and of course, yes, that would be the last one back to, of course, the end of South Beach of Great Yarmouth, because that's in yellow, and of course the opposite direction from Pleasure Beach, and the last one would be, of course, 1840, which is 6:40 p.m. in the evening. So the ones in yellow are, of course, the shorter ones, so they don't have much evening ones. But the end of May, they actually do have later buses, and it starts from, of course, it's got it in orange though, but I think the yellow ones are a little bit earlier than usual. The yellow ones are, of course, from Hemsby Beach, it's 5:30 p.m. finish, and of course from Pleasure Beach it's 6:30 finish. That's all in yellow at the moment. So the orange ones are the ones that are finishing at, of course, 5:40 p.m. and finishing at Pleasure Beach at 6:30. So the summer evening buses start from the end of July, that's 19th of July, to the 29th of August 2026, when it starts filling up with people. So it's very quiet at the moment in May, which I find very, very surprising of the time of the year. But cruising with the top down along the Sunrise Coast is very, very interesting indeed. Ride around the fun and excitement of Great Yarmouth's Golden Mile, or actually enjoy a grandstand view of the East Norfolk coast on board their fabulous open top buses. And they run all day and every day as well, which is good, throughout the whole season and even into the evenings in the summer holidays, for an unrivaled ride through the illuminations as the sun goes down, which is so marvellous to hear. There is a map of this, of course. I don't know if you can see it very clearly here. I am going to show it up to you here, so you can see it a little bit more clearer up on your screen there, and you can roughly see where Hemsby is, Hemsby Beach up there, and all the way down the coast, all the way down that way, and that's as far as it goes. And of course, yeah, it does go on to, of course, the Kingsway shops, and I believe the number one goes further on, and it goes through Scrapbury, Caister-on-Sea and Seashore Holiday Park, and ends up at the Pleasure Beach of Great Yarmouth. Okay, so that's useful to know. And of course, firstbus.co.uk/Eastern Counties, and First Bus on Facebook, and of course on Instagram at Official First Bus, and customer service number is 0345 646 0707, Monday to Friday, 7 o'clock till 7 at night, weekends 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock, usual working hours. And contact them via, of course, firstbus.co.uk/Eastern Counties. And travel line, which is travelline.info, which is 0871 200 2233. Buy tickets, plan journeys, and track your bus on the free First Bus app. if your phone can hold it up, because my phone has been full up with apps, and it is incredible that a lot of apps use up a lot of storage. So how do you get around that? I need to ask an expert on that, if they would like to come on and explain how you actually be able to store so much apps on your phone. It'd be very interesting to get an expert on that one, because I'm not one of those. But yeah, in the meantime, we're going to go to a video now, and of course I think and I believe it's a clip here, and we're going to play it now as we go. So hopefully we get some sound on this. It's playing, so yeah, let's cut into it now. Hopefully we'll get a bit of sound. Sorry, that was just in the way there. You don't seem to be getting a picture. I don't know why that is. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll take that off, and maybe, of course, we'll get a picture now. So yeah, let's cut over to it now. No, that's the picture. Oh no, no, it's not. So basically, of course, if you can actually hear it, I'll turn this down a bit so you can actually hear me here, and let me just explain what is happening here. This is a bowling session here. I don't know any more details other than it's an OAP kind of bowling activity. You'd have to really find out a little bit more about the bowling situation here in Great Yarmouth. As you can see, they are preparing for the bowls. I haven't actually played this kind of bowls for a long time, and notice the green is very, very much neat and tidy, and of course it's cut perfectly for this kind of occasion here. So yeah, it looks like it's OAPs playing on the field here. You'll see a little bit more in just a moment. This is the Britannia Pier, which is a new one here, which has recently been opened at the beginning of the pier. And of course this is the escape room. Well, of course this is how they one of the tools they use to clear up all the balls and start them all again, and that's the escape rooms, as I say, and it's open all year round, apparently so. And that's the Britannia Pier, home to, of course, Jim Davison, Katie Hopkins these days, and it used to be Sarah Millican, and of course Joe Pasquale once performed there. And of course that's the Pier Tavern we're looking at right now, and that's been recently renovated. And of course, yeah, if you notice, there's no taxi in that taxi ring, just on the middle of the screen there. But since that video, one turned up for me, and it cost around about £4.20 or so from that point to the St George Hotel. And you can see they're almost packing up. It looks like they are, but it's not. They're just laying a carpet there. And one of them is trying to have a go at bowling. Does she really do good? I wish it was one of the members of Parliament there that was being bowled over. But anyway, of course, back to me. That was a short little clip there. I hope you all enjoyed that exclusively for you. We have not yet released an edit of that. That is just exclusive to this channel here. You will not get the full version on this channel unless we show you the edited version. That is just the small version, okay? And I only took about 5 minutes editing that one to get it, piecing it all together. So yeah, I'm going to tell you the devastating bad news, I'm afraid, that I've got to tell you here. So yeah, I'm going to, of course, try and spread the word here. I don't know if anybody could hear me, but of course, if you're watching on replay here, welcome to the show. This is a new time that I've been on this channel here. Haven't actually been on for a long time, and of course it takes a while for people to actually spot me here. But I don't know why I haven't got, of course, my it says community channel, but of course I don't know why, of course. I've got no idea why it hasn't changed its logo yet. I'm going to have to try and do that. I'll do that at the end. Don't worry about the community news with Nick C here. It is the topic show with Nick C extra here, exclusive to the channel here. And thank you very much for tuning in as well. And we've got at least over 1k subscribers, but a lot of those subscribers have yet to see our videos. So yeah, there's quite a few people, 1.19k subscribers, which is staggering a lot. I think a lot of people tend to watch our videos more than anything else, but I am going to try and share this stream wherever possible here, and I'll try and share it on the Facebook if possible. So in order to do that, you just need to copy the link. I'm not quite sure why it hasn't notified that people are aware of this channel here. It's because I've been on TikTok and I haven't had a chance to go on here for a long time. So I really do need to build my momentum back on the YouTube here to get to people to watching from my YouTube. So it is the topic show extra live. So I'm posting it now. So yeah, we need people to tune in to us at any one time. So yeah, welcome along to the show. It is really amazing, and of course if we can get some people tuning in, I'll be really amazed. So yeah, and also of course the devastating news about Southampton being axed from the Premiership, and I don't think they were actually going to be wow, I don't think they were going to win it anyway, but of course, even not to get to the final for the second time here, the only time that Southampton got to a final was against Man City in the playoff, not the playoff, sorry, the semi-final of the FA Cup, but nobody noticed we cheated if there was anything there. So, of course, yeah. So why has it suddenly just come out? I find it very extraordinary. So, of course, hello to anyone watching on the Haverhill Uncensored group as well, or anyone like that. Of course, East Anglia Uncensored as well. I hope everyone can actually hear me. So I'm actually testing this out, so I'd like to hear myself. Yeah, it's very perfect. Yeah, it's clear and in living colour as well. So how beautiful is that? So welcome in if you are just switching on here. Thank you very much indeed for switching on as well. We're going to be talking about what's on in Great Yarmouth as well. So yeah, do by all means spread the word as much as possible here tonight. I don't think really many people have spotted the channel here. It's because I've gone suddenly live here, and of course there's no programming. I don't know why, and I don't know how to program it to go directly through that source. I find it just a little bit incredible how it doesn't time itself to go on at a certain time. But anyway, that is another thing altogether. So yeah, shall I pay a respect to some pictures, which of course yeah, let's have a look. Shall we actually try and find a video somewhere? So that's one of the videos. Oh yes, this is Hopton. So I don't know whether we are getting a picture of that. So yeah, I don't know, but of course, let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like we are. So yeah, this is what it's like at after when it's all finished at the actual entertainment section of Hopton. Now, of course, we had an exciting time, myself and Panda, who actually, alongside me, got on stage and celebrated the fact that we got a certificate for winning all numbers correctly in the bingo, which cost £1, I seem to remember. That's about a year ago, and it was probably in 2025. and in September as well, and great memorable moments that I'll never be able to forget in my entire life. And to be able to go into a caravan, which I haven't been able to do for many, many of years since I was a child, is quite extraordinary as well. So you're seeing pictures of what it would look like with the lights completely on. Normally the lights are switched off. So yeah, we're going to take a look around the video here, because you might not have seen this before. So yeah, you're getting a first look here. So let's have a listen to this, or maybe watch. So as you can see, it's completely empty, and of course that is the Garden House Drink, Eat and Relax. I'm wondering if that's where the new Wetherspoons is.
Relax.
That's what I'm wondering. Anyway, this is what it's like. You've got Burger King, and you've got a lovely fish and chips area as well. And take a look at the deals here. 2 mains for 20 quid. 2 adult roasts. Burger and a free bite. Monday to Saturday. Opening times 9 till 9 p.m. Friday 9 a.m. till late. And they've got a rule there, please remember to keep your shoes and shirts on whilst inside the restaurant. Sorry, I was hearing an echo voice here. So yeah, I'm just basically walking down, of course, Ratting Road here. Sorry, I showed a little bit of that other clip here, and that was just the tail end of the Hopton visit. Don't know if we've got any more clips of that, but of course I'm just walking down the walk pathway, and this gentleman was actually talking to me. And of course, yes, this is Ratting Road, by the way, just in case you're wondering here. And I'm walking down this route here, and of course, yeah, one route goes to Bury St Edmunds. That was the guy I was talking to there. I didn't know who he was, but of course he said hello to me. Yeah, as of course it's a friendly gesture to do. That route goes up to Bury St Edmunds, that direction there, and Keddington Village. And this is, of course, the Wetherspoons here, just before the Coffee Costa bit there. I'm just talking inside the Golden Lion of Newmarket, and let's have a listen to what I am saying at this time.
In the morning and recuperate. Don't worry, that's just a sandy. Keep it going. I don't often drink that either. But yeah, these are the machines, and they've still got the matches at the moment and the hot chocolate. I think it's in certain places, not every place. I know the Dravot Smock does actually have new machines. So if it's a new machine place, then they will not have the hot chocolate on it anymore. Maybe this is a top plates, low rates place. That's probably why. Maybe it's Apple Warden as well, the Temenaire, I think it is, or Temer. That's pronounced. We're now going to have a look at some of the journey that I experienced earlier on this morning.
Now these are the slide pictures you'll see in Newmarket here, and yeah, have a listen to what I've got to say. I sound like I'm out of breath there, but yeah, I'm going in totally silence there. This is the train station of Newmarket here, just in case you're wondering. And the train comes from Cambridge. Well, it's 1:39 coming up to 20 to 2 p.m. in the afternoon here. I'm at Newmarket train station here.
You can see the pictures if you like. And of course, basically, it feels like I've walked a golden mile, but actually, it's only literally down the avenue, which of course is the main road that takes you into the high street of Newmarket. As I wait for the actual train, which should be about 19 minutes past the hour, which isn't, of course, long. But, yeah, have a look at some of the pictures that I have recorded from earlier. Especially, of course, of the Golden Lion spoons, top plate slide rates in Newmarket. Have a watch of this. Not quite the spoons I was looking for, but that's just a general random pictures of, especially, of course, out and about there, Saffron Walden, some of that was, and all things nice and all that kind of thing. But, of course, anyway, we're just mixing that up
way into the
with different
Saffron
sort of
Walden town
pictures.
itself.
This is Saffron Walden, by the way.
Apparently there's a reflexology now available here. And that's the number to ring. Wow. Sounds good to me.
Right, that's the end of the video there. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? I was getting into that. But yeah, I wasn't quite going back in memory lane of the Golden Line, which we actually did see on the channel before I said all that. But I was at the train station, of course, on One Direction, where I was sitting at the station. That's not the actual band One Direction I'm talking about. But, of course, where I was sitting, on the right-hand side of the platform is where the Cambridge bus goes through Dullingham currently, and sometimes it goes past Dullingham, and then, of course, it eventually goes on to, of course, Kennet after, of course, Newmarket, which is a small platform, as you saw there, and then on to Bury St Edmunds, Thurston, Elmswell, Needham Market and Ipswich. Glad I remembered all of those. But yeah, very, very fascinating indeed to see all that. But like I say, very, very fascinating. I'm actually going to go to another video here, if I may, because, you know, I like sharing videos. Let's do some beauty sound videos here. We've got some beauty sound that we got from JC, from the Old Independent Church. We're going to play you that now, and of course, yeah,
We are here at the OIC
if you want to have a look at
Independent
it right now.
Church for this lovely event, and JC is kicking off with some soft things because Brian's swallowed down there. There's a coffee little thing down there. Said he's got to play soft.
Just in case you're wondering, this was a Saturday the 8th of November 2025, and of course you may not notice, but it was quite chilly then, and of course it was a special event for organists that would like to have played, and of course there was a few that Brian Swallow was also attending there, the former tuner, no not tuner, beg your pardon, the organ instructor.
for Julian, and of course the former regular organist for the Old Independent Church of Haverhill. You can see close up of the keys here as Julian plays on quite softly in the background. Just to let you know, you are listening, of course, to a made-up, improvised piece of music by JC for Beauty Sound. And there's a picture of Brian Swallow there, a former teacher and organist of the Old Independent Church of Haverhill in Suffolk. It's a lovely piece of music there by JC. I hope you all have enjoyed it. And this is the, well, basically the other organ. The organ there normally is covered over unless special permission to play that particular organ.
Right, okay. That's why you didn't hear much sound of it. Yeah, so... Is there a reason for that? If you leave, give me 10 minutes this way. You tell me when to stop then.
Well, my leg hurts, so I won't keep up and down here, I'll give you a wave.
Okay. Improvisation.
This is Julian's improvisation here at the Old Independent Church. He's told to play a little bit longer until Brian Swallow gives him a wave. There's Brian there, thanks to him organising this event. Piano love or organ love? That's it. And there it goes. That's it. That's it, and then you can make it up as you go along. So, you sound like another organist that you know. The virtual one. Julian's now going to demonstrate. JC is going to demonstrate. Go on then.
That is a 32-foot stop here. It's a harmonic
Okay.
bass. You can hear it sound like. Quite low, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the pedal.
Yeah. Let's put it harmonic bass.
Someone's playing A B C D D D D. That's on the other organ. I was going to say keyboard, but so don't be put off by that.
Not too bad in the key, actually.
Yeah, is it all in tune? Yeah, it's not you playing, by the way. It sounds like it, doesn't it? Yeah, play a bit of soft pedal if you can.
That's with the swell. That's with the swell, the pedal.
I'm putting the camera down there where nobody else can actually reach. What is that little thing down there with that little...
These are pistons, I think.
Oh, they're pistons.
It might be the great pedal, I'm not sure. It might be the trumpet.
Oh, it might be the cancel button then.
No, it's not the cancel. There's no cancel button. There's no pistons on it. Here.
And notice there's two swells there and not a third one for the manual. Which one doesn't have one?
The great. This one here.
Oh, the one in the middle. Is that usually on most organs?
Yes.
Not the top one.
No, that's the swell one.
So that one, they don't have a volume on it.
No, because that's a great manual.
Yeah.
Like a positive organ.
You can play that one if you want.
No, no, too classic with that.
We've got to do something until he tells you. This is the view from the organ here. Someone's playing ABC. Someone's having a bit of training.
Now this guy here, I don't know if anyone can see this, but if I just turn the camera around, this guy here was Julian's organ tuner many years ago. Yeah, he was your trainer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You had to pay him for his time, didn't you?
No, well, yeah, that's part of the choir thing.
So he was your trainer.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Peter DeVille. What's Peter DeVille?
what?
It was Peter DeVille.
Oh, formerly.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't do that now.
No.
I was going to play chopsticks, but I can't reach.
These will be too loud. The troops.
Yeah, I'm only trying it on the high level.
You wouldn't get on this top here, trumpet charade. You wouldn't get the that from the choir. You have quite a great one. You wouldn't have that on the great.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have that. I can't
Demonstrate what you mean, because I have no clue.
The choir great comes on here.
Can you sample it or?
No, I can't. It'd be too loud.
Oh, you wouldn't be allowed to. Oh, yeah, you can't, can you? Maybe another time.
Trumpet.
That'd be the loud one, would it?
Yeah, that'd be loud on the choir.
That'd be that trumpet there. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, we can't do it now, but
No.
it really is deafening.
Yeah, if you have a quantum great, if you have a quantum great on there, trumpet on there, it would come on the great, because you got one on the great here. Yeah. That's a sort of a trombone-y, trumpet-y sound.
Okay.
I'm not sure about these. Not sure if these are working or not. They got a 16-foot. Siphon.
Is that a siphon?
Yeah.
Oh, God, where's that come from?
Ah.
That's that one. Sometimes if you wiggle the note.
No, got me there. That's it all.
That might be.
That's not.
That's them over there. You're getting distracted, don't you? I'd love you to do chopsticks, but with the pedal board, you could do that. Yeah, dun dun dun. You got to learn it at some point. You can't do it. That's the simplest one you can do, but you can't learn it. Yeah, because what you do is it's a pedal coordination. You go bottom one, bottom one, bottom one. I don't know if you can see that very well, but yeah, you'd hit that one, that one. Oi. You hit that one, that one, that one. Bum, bum, bum. Can you do it? Can you go da, da, da? Can't hear nothing on it. That's why. That's why you can't play it loud. That's true. So yeah, might as well just carry on until he says something. I can hear that.
These are the reeds, really.
Okay.
That's a double open vibration. That's a few of them.
Yeah, I was just about to write to everyone there that was recorded about November time, and if you saw the time and date stamp of that, then you'll know exactly when that was. So remember, you can always listen back to it, and basically all it was a very, very good day out at that point. If you notice, it looked very summery, but of course it wasn't. It was freezing cold at that point because it was in November, and of course it was just a special event where people could play the organ, and perhaps they might do another one of that at the Old Independent Church. It'd be lovely. And Brian Swallow, the former tutor of Julian, was there, and if you scroll back you'll see the replay of that. But of course he's now retired organist of, well, former organist of the Old Independent Church. So what a great treat that has been. And by the way, I've been absolutely fine here. It's a little bit stuffy in here. I have got my cooler in the drawers, so don't worry, I will cool myself after this live stream has gone up. And of course I'm really coming to the end of the program now, but yeah, I didn't realise it's just gone midnight here. So yeah, you can see some of the health and safety on the wall here. Activate the nearest fire alarm, and of course blah blah blah, must call 999, which is the second one of course, and third one is only tackle the fire using the correct extinguisher and without taking risks. And when the fire alarm rings, and number one, leave the building by the nearest exit, and number two, make sure all doors are closed, and go to the nearest assembly point, blah 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 blah, wherever that is, which gives a blank space there. And obviously no smoking is permitted in the building is allowed, and also of course on the doorstep of this particular building as well, at the St George Hotel. So yeah, I love the name St George because it represents the English flag. But I have been talking about on the Outspoken show about the that's done with an Outspoken. If you want to check that out, there's a lovely debate with Reform and Restore there, and of course we need to have these sort of debates there. And of course I've spoken to a lot of taxi drivers, especially the company of Albies, that have really backed Rupert Lowe's Restore. So it is ever so much increasing the likeliness of Restore expanding a little bit. Restore, you must remember, they're very similar to Reform, but a little bit more better in my opinion anyway. But of course not everybody's going to agree to that, but yeah, everyone went for Reform because they didn't really like Labour. That's probably what it was. Some people went for Conservative because they don't like Labour as well. But anyway, of course, everyone in terms of the taxi drivers have said definitely Restore are the one. Most of all the drivers have met Rupert Lowe, and just the odd one that I had recently just saw him in the distance but never spoke to him. But yeah, they operate a no smoking policy in here, and of course, yeah, the underneath part is do not collect your personal belongings. It's common sense really. And of course, do not return to the building, and do not use the lifts. They do have lifts in the building. I don't know whether I'm going to be using this room for the last evening, so it's not quite confirmed on that yet. So I don't know if I'm going to pack my stuff and go into another room yet. That is not confirmed yet, because Adam, the one of the people in charge at the reception, said, of course, if it's available, I'll keep this room. If it's not, then I'll be moved into another room. But we'll have to wait and see. It's 50-50 chance at the moment. The cleaners have been here. They've done a fantastic job here. And also, of course, you put your bins outside of the room, and you also put your towels out there as well. They forgot to give me the new coffees and teas and so on, but I did have to ask Adam to get me some more. But of course, they can't do everything. They do a fantastic job here, and they get here really early, and they haven't really woken me up once. I remember they knocked on the door last time, but of course that hasn't been the case so far. Touch wood, I'm in this room tomorrow night. I'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, I'm going to have to find out what's going on with that one, because, you know, I want to be able to pack up in time if that is the case. I've got, of course, a rubbish bin up there waiting to go outside, and I've got another bit of rubbish just literally behind me as well. So yeah, just thought I'd bring to you the ridiculous news just before I leave you, because, you know, I have got time just quickly to sneak in what's on in Great Yarmouth as well. So please do of course, stay up for a little bit for this before I head to sleep properly, because I've got to do my bits and pieces in just a moment here with my Actimels, that kind of thing, without saying too much. I'll probably watch a bit of a halt before I head and hit the hay, as they say, because I'm not really paid to do it on all that thing. So yeah, if you're paid to do it, then of course you'll stay up all night, wouldn't you? I'd love to do that. So yeah, sorry to you. Are you listening to me? I am listening to you. I always listen to you. Yeah, it's just that sometimes the timing isn't always right. If people phone me a little bit beforehand, or put your notification button on so you know when we go live, and put notification button down below, and that should notify you on your phone that I'm going live, in particular on YouTube. Same with TikTok as well, but I thought I'd ramp up my YouTube, because I haven't been on YouTube for a long time. So it's been absolutely ages. Kay Payne said he was in Haverhill. Well, I didn't see him. I didn't see him at all. But yeah, he's got to let me know when he's over there, because he's been a long time channel watcher since day one, since 2019. Can you believe it? When we was all locked down and we couldn't go anywhere, and everything was claustrophobic and we couldn't get out. That was just devastating times. But of course, yeah, let's have a look at the latest news very quickly. Yeah, the latest news as far as that is concerned, about the Southampton appealing for the decision. And of course, it's basically disgusting decision to remove Southampton from the playoffs in total. I don't know what Stuart Matheson, because he's a Saints fan out there, reacts to that, but he hasn't actually come out and said anything about that. He only comes out when Southampton are doing good. But yeah, it's not just about that, because sometimes we do bad. And of course, if there has been some cheating going on with it, I think it's been with Borough, because they are in the final and getting a free ticket to go to the Wembley. But yeah, all those fans for Southampton that thought they were going to go to the final, and now they've had to have their tickets refunded. So I feel really devastated for the fans here. It's absolutely shame. Should have been just a fine and should have got on with it, and peace should have been made out, and Middlesbrough should have not got to the final. But that's my opinion. And Letitia, former Southampton player, actually came out and spoke about that, which is fantastic. Love to get you a clip of what Letitia had to say about that. But we will talk about Great Yarmouth in just a second. I just want to read you the statement here on Southampton Football Club has this evening been informed that the EFL, which is English Football League's arbitration panel, has upheld the sanctions imposed earlier this week. As a result, the club will not participate in Saturday's Championship playoff final. Of course, it's an extraordinarily disappointing outcome for everybody connected with Southampton Football Club. We know how painful this moment will be for our supporters, players, staff and commercial partners and the wider community who have given so much backing to the team throughout the whole season, and we apologise once again to everyone impacted by this. While we are fully knowledgeable the seriousness of this matter and the scrutiny that has followed, the club has considered and believed the original sporting sanction was disproportionate, which was over the top, basically, a view that has been widely shared by many in the football community over the last 24 hours. It's spread rapidly, they have gone viral, basically. We would like to place on record and sincere thanks to our supporters for the support, patience and loyalty they have shown throughout the incredibly difficult period, as we share information as soon as possible in relation to ticket refunds for those who bought tickets to Wembley. Southampton Football Club has a proud history and a strong foundations, but it is clear that trust now needs to be rebuilt. That work begins immediately. The club will reflect carefully on events that have led to this point, learn from them and take the necessary steps to move forward responsibly. While tonight is a painful moment, this football club will respond with humility, accountability and determination to put these things right, or put things right. I think it's a very, very desperate situation for us, and devastating is the main word that I wanted to choose there, and it will go down as history as the worst decision that I've ever come across. Even being a Saints fan myself, I wish it not to happen to any other club. That spine, yes, might have happened, okay, but they could have changed the tactics on the day, and that was not spoken about. They could have done that. So, I think Middlesbrough have cheated their way. Basically, they are the cheats, not Southampton. So it's been put the wrong way round, basically. And what about the decisions in the game that they were trying to get, and the couple of decisions that we didn't get a penalty for that sort of reason as well. So the referee was trying to cheat on Southampton to stop us to get out. So that, in all honesty, is just all I can sum up about that. So anyway, forget about that, because we're going to have to move on, and it is very sad times that we are living in under the corrupt FA in the English Football League. It's a disgrace. It's part of the Labour scheme, and they need to go straight away. I've had enough of them. Get out. Yeah, exactly. Change your notification thing on my phone. Right, okay, so you get notified when we go live here. I must make sure that we get our YouTube back up and running again. I use the OBS Studio, which of course enables me to change pictures if I'm using two cameras, for example. And of course I've got webcams if I need it. And of course I've got a main laptop camera as well. So hopefully all is going to be well when I come back. I do pray on that, and of course I pray to the God up there that I return safely as well without no issues whatsoever. Don't want any more issues. Already suffered enough since I've been in. It's not to do with the place and the people and all things like that. Nothing to do with that. It's to do with, of course, the section of Southampton has really got to me. As a true Southampton fan. Although, of course, I haven't been too worried about whether they've lost a couple of results or not. It's just the way that they've been thrown out, it is very sad and disappointing. But anyway, of course, let's not dwell on the past and look forward to the future. And we have been deducted 4 points, by the way, and hopefully, of course, we'll be able to manage it better. If they don't, they'll go back into League One again. Like the same old thing again. The same old Southampton, of course, that were in League One, and they got, of course, relegated at that point. We haven't been relegated; we've just been thrown out, And I hope Middlesbrough get booed in the final against Hull. I'm going for Hull on that one, and it'll be very interesting to see what Hull do against them. I will be possibly watching that. I was in two minds whether to watch that or not, but anyway. So we spoke earlier about the Coastal Clipper. Of course, it's only running from May here, and of course, to be honest with you, there's not been people been about in Great Yarmouth. It's been very quiet in the town, although there's a few people about. But of course, mainly doing their shopping and all that kind of thing. Is probably busy in the supermarkets more than anything else. But it's been quite an interesting day. I had to get some shopping. I got some butter, got some couple of pasta meals, and of course some cartons of milk to keep me going as well. Got some water as well to keep me going as well, which is fantastic. By the way, of course, the big weekends, make a night of it along the seafront of Great Yarmouth. Enjoy lots of experience, including the free summer firework display, food, fun, seaside vibes, and a sky-high finale every Wednesdays evening, as in evenings. And note this down in your diary. 22nd of July to the 26th of August 2026, Great Yarmouth Seafront. Okay, of course, by road, Great Yarmouth is quite simple to get to. Great Yarmouth is at the junction of the A4 and the A12. Major trunk roads are coming to coming into Norfolk are the M11, A11, A12 and A14 from London and the South East, and the A47 road and the A14 from the Midlands. And by rail, trains to Great Yarmouth depart frequently from Norwich, which has direct services from London, Liverpool Street, and trains from the Midlands and north of the country via Peterborough. Nationalrail.co.uk for more details, and by bus, frequent local bus services from Great Yarmouth linking nearby towns and villages. And of course, firstbus.co.uk/Norfolk-Suffolk for more information, and frequent coaches from around the country directly to Great Yarmouth via National Express, nationalexpress.com/ for more information. And by ferry you can actually get to Great Yarmouth, which is Harwich International, as in International Ferry Port, which is a 60-minute drive from Great Yarmouth. And of course, visit harwich.co.uk for more information, or call this number 01255 242 200 for information. And by air, you can actually get to Great Yarmouth by air if you're travelling internationally. So Norwich International Airport is about 45-minute drive from Great Yarmouth. Of course, norwichairport.co.uk, or telephone 01603 411 923 for details. That is the map here. Hopefully you can see that on your screens right now, and there it is. That's the East Anglia app. I do hope that you can see that in full clearness there. It's a little bit blurry, but of course, yeah, if I show it more to the camera, it will blur out. And there is also a map of Great Yarmouth there at the last part of the page there. You can see it for yourself there. Can you see Great Yarmouth there? Okay, yeah, there it is with the huge sun bit there. Apparently it's going to get warmer towards the end of the week there. So, of course, in terms of history, let's just wrap this up here, because I am going to go to a word for today in just a moment, and I'll read you what would be what I read yesterday on the rerun, because I had to rerun the topic with Nick C Extra show because it went wrong several times. But of course, the history, of course, the Anna Sewell House, 26 Church Plain of Great Yarmouth, and the Britannia Nelson's Monument, which is the Fenner Road of Great Yarmouth, and the Burr Castle Fort, the Caister, as in Caister, which is just literally up the road from Great Yarmouth, Caister Castle, that's Castle Lane, Caister of Great Yarmouth, and Caister Roman Fort, Norwich Road of Caister, Great Yarmouth, and Elizabethan House, Fort South Quay of Great Yarmouth, and the Great Yarmouth Minster. Not Minster, it's called Minster. Sorry, I got that wrong there. So, yeah, Great Yarmouth Minster, the Church Plain of Great Yarmouth. Greyfriars Cloisters, which is Greyfriars Road of Great Yarmouth, and, of course, Lydia Ever, YH89, Steam Drifter, or Drifter actually, Steam Drifter, South Quay of Great Yarmouth, and the Medieval Town Hall, Alma Road of Great Yarmouth, and Priory St Olaves, which is Olaves, Beccles Road, St Olaves, Great Yarmouth, and row houses and Old Merchant's House, South Quay of Great Yarmouth, and the Toll House Goal, which is the Toll House Street of Great Yarmouth. That's where all the prison museums are, in that sort of area there of the Toll House Goal. Would anyone dare to go in a prison museum? Ooh, very, very spooky. But yeah, time is the enemy, like we always say. But of course, thank you so much for tuning in. It has been a pleasure doing this tonight here. We've got to head off here, but we're going to leave you with, of course, this now. And as we say goodbye now, oh no, yeah, there we go. Yeah, we haven't got any sound on that, so
we are here.
We're going back to that again. Now it's time for the theme now. Okay, let's turn that one off and put this one on. Alright, okay, we've got to finish up now by saying a huge thank you very much for watching. It is a pleasure to bring a close here. I'm going to say that again. And thank you so much for watching here. It is a pleasure to bring a close to the show here. And as always, we promise to keep that positivity for you. Thanks for watching here. And just a quick speech about the United Christian Broadcasters. Okay, so I'm going to read you that very quickly here. Let's see if it comes up with anything here. Just bear with me. I will get this sorted out. So here we go. Right, we'll start again. Right, okay. This is the 20th of May 2026 here on a Wednesday. Country music star Randy Travis and manager Lib, L-I-B, remember the lean days of his career. All 3,650 of them. For 10 years, L.I.B., as in Lib, did whatever it took to keep her open, or club open, long enough for somebody to discover Travis's talent. Okay, so we can hear my voice here. For his part, Randy sang his heart out, and when he wasn't singing, he was frying catfish and washing dishes in the kitchen. Then it happened. His break came and everything seemed to click for him. He had a hit called On the Other Hand, an album contract, an offer and a movie deal. He was hot. Suddenly everyone seemed to be calling him an overnight success. But Randy calls it differently. We were turned down more than once by every record label in Nashville. But I'm the kind of one to believe that if you work at something long enough and you keep believing, sooner or later it will happen. Randy Travis went on to become an American music legend, winning 3 Grammys and 7 Dove Awards, and being inducted to the Country Music Hall of Fame. But it didn't come easily or happen overnight. It happened because he worked hard, remained faithful, that is believable, through the tough times, and trusted God to come through for him. And Jesus said these final words: whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them. And here's something for you to keep in mind. It will happen in God's time and on his schedule. Your part, as in your part, is to keep walking by faith and trusting him to bring it to pass. And that's the end of the word for today, for now. Where was the background screen there? Right, I'm going to redo that for you. And we're going to say goodbye. And of course, I'll say that once more again. We promise to keep that positivity for you. God bless and stay safe. From Norfolk, touring with Nick C. Topic show, Nick C Extra. See you for now, and we'll be back before you can say the words, are you back already? We'll see you, and cheerio.